I grew up in Burnsville, Minnesota, which is a suburb of Minneapolis and St. Paul. And I was actually born in St. Paul, in the city that I live in right now. I went to college at St. John's University, which is up near St. Cloud, Collegeville, Minnesota. And then I did graduate work at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, in Madison, Wisconsin, and then finished up my PhD here in the Twin Cities at the University of Minnesota. I live now in St. Paul. This is our home that I share with my wife April and this adorable cat Moses. We live in Lowertown, which is very close to the river, and it's a dynamic, lovely neighborhood. St. Paul is old and it has character, and these are things that I love. Old buildings, I love things with character, and I love people with character. And so St. Paul for me is a rich, old, classic town. I would say that my parents brought music to me in the house first by listening to classical music and having classical music records, bringing me to places like Orchestra Hall, and then probably my piano teachers as I learned the instruments were more inspiring. This is kind of funny. I have spent most of the summer learning the 26 masses that we'll be performing at St. Agnes. And so most of my free time has been devoted to learning these masses. But in my free time, I love to read Scandinavian crime novels. Yes, I can't get enough of them. And so I love to read them. There's a kind of a quiet that I need in reading that I find I don't get in watching TV, and so that's my sort of happy spot to sort of break from reality. What intrigued me about becoming a part of this chorale was the ability to perform and make music with these beautiful masses from the 19th and 18th centuries. To perform them in a beautiful space, to perform them within the context of the liturgy as they were originally intended, is such a rare opportunity. But here we get the totality of everything. We get the beauty of the church, we get the beauty of the music, and we get the emotion that occurred when these compositions were first written, and that's an amazing thing. The first time I visited the Church of St. Agnes, I was struck by the beauty of the neo-Baroque architecture. I was struck by the statues. I was struck by the tall ceilings, the beauty of the altar. And that was my first reaction, was visual. My second reaction was oral. I heard the organ, I heard the choir, and I heard the magnificent reverb, and I absolutely fell in love with the space. People should come to St. Agnes and experience the liturgy and hear the chorale, because it is a once-in-a-lifetime experience to have all of this together in a single morning. And what I mean by that is an orchestra, a chorus, a liturgy that is among the most beautiful in the entire world is at St. Agnes every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. This is an amazing opportunity that you won't find anywhere else. My hopes for the future of the chorale are increasing membership in the chorale itself, and then also increasing membership of worshipers who come and people who come to hear the masses. It's a twofold process. We have an excellent chorus, but as a new director, I'm always interested in growth. So we're going to be recruiting new members. And we also need to let the world know about this amazing opportunity, because St. Agnes is it's a little gem that very few people know about in the Twin Cities Catholic community, or even in the world. And I know that if people could understand, come and hear, that they would be hooked, and they would come again and again and again. So my huge principle starting at St. Agnes is going to be outreach. So what I would say, if you've never been to St. Agnes, I would say, come to the 10 o'clock Mass and experience the beauty of a liturgy in Latin, experience the beauty of a Mass, a masterwork composed by one of the great composers, Haydn, Mozart, Schubert, Beethoven, of the 18th and 19th century, and listen to how these integrate together. Listen to how the beauty of the orchestra and the chorus and the beauty of the building, visually and orally, will help you to have a spiritual experience that is unlike any other. Come to St. Agnes and hear that.